The 5-step method to running a crazy profitable home-based business. Okay, so you want to have a home-based business, do you? Well, I've got one, I guess. I mean, I have an office down the street too, but I rarely go there. But if you want to know how to run a crazy profitable home-based business, this is the video for you. Stick with me and we'll get going. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe though. Hit that button down there, and when you hit that button to subscribe, you will see a bell pop up that looks kind of like that, and you want to ring it. Turn on all bell notifications, click that bell and click turn on all notifications. That way you're notified every single time I do a new video. Don't forget to hit that like button. It only takes you a second. Click on it, give me a thumbs up. Now when we start a business, the first thing that most people don't do is start a business plan. You need to have a business plan. What are you going to do? How are you going to do this? What are your assets? I mean, you got to set up a business plan because you're going to want to refer back to this on an ongoing basis. Unfortunately, what I see is when people try to start an online business, they're like, I'll try to sell a product, and then if it sells, I'll get a business license, and if I get a business license, maybe I'll try to sell more products. That's not a business plan. Okay, that's not a business plan. A business plan is saying, this is the name of my business. I'm going to go down and buy a license in my town or whatever I need. I'm going to get a federal tax ID number. I'm going to open a bank account, and then I'm going to write out what I'm going to do. That's how you set up a business plan. That's what you need to do. You don't want to get official once you figured out you can make money, because let's face it, if you don't have a business plan, you have nothing written out whatsoever, you're not going to feel like you have a business. And if you don't feel like you have a business, how hard are you going to work on it? How serious are you going to take it? If you put all the things into place that you need to do first, then you're going to look at it and say, this is a serious thing. This is something I'm really going to stick with. An online business is not a side hustle. Okay, online business is a real business. I see so many people going, well, yeah, if I could make another 500 bucks a month, that'd be great. Or if I could make another $1,000 a month, that'd be great. What if you could replace your job? What if you could make millions of dollars? Would you take it seriously then? You can't wait until you make $1 million bucks to then take it seriously. You have to take it seriously now, and then possibly you'll make that $1 million bucks. So let's move on to the next thing. Number 2, make sure you have money. Okay, now here's the cool thing about online business. It doesn't take much. I started mine with $100. Okay, it wasn't a lot of money. I did get a business license first, so I'm not factoring that in, but the bottom line is it doesn't take a whole lot of money. However, if you're working a job, you don't want to quit your job and then go start an online business, because you don't know how long it's going to take. You don't know if it's going to be a week, a month, 6 months. I started my online business, I'm trying to think now, in I think September or November of 2009, and then it took me about 8 or 9 months to where I was making enough money to where I could just quit my job, which was pretty nice. And that's what I did, which was awesome. But bottom line is, it took me some time to get everything organized, to get things working, to have enough money coming in. You don't want to jump from your job and have to depend on whatever you make that month on your online business, because it goes up and down. You know, I have like really good months, and then I have some slower months. You know, at this point, after 11 years, yeah, I have a pretty good income every month. I don't have to worry so much, and I have money in the bank, and I can live for years. But bottom line is, in the beginning, you can't do that. So you want to be very careful. Don't spend any money you make in the beginning. I'm gonna tell you that right up front. Don't spend any money you make in the beginning. Put it all back into the business. Save it. You're going to need it. I promise you will need it. And here's a fact: 82% of businesses fail because of lack of capital. They don't have the money to keep the business going. You don't want to be in that situation. I have customers now who will order, you know, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 worth of my products, and this is my survival food products, and I have to pay to manufacture that and make that and put that in the warehouse, and then I collect money from them. So, you know, I've got to have the money to invest in that before I can even, you know, proceed with that sale. So if you don't have the money to cover your sales, even if you have these, you know, great sales people say, I'm going to buy this much from you, but you don't have the money to buy the supplies to build that product, whatever that product is, then of course you can't fulfill that sale. Number 3, surround yourself with the right people. Now this I could talk on for hours and hours and hours. Having the right people around you is really important, and I'm not talking about just your employees. The employees are super important. Having good employees is great. You got to treat them well. You got to pay them well. You've got to not expect too much, but you do have to have expectations, but you have to be reasonable and you got to treat them right, and if you do that, you're okay. Now I use full-time employees that are in the US, and I also use employees that are overseas, so I have different employees in different areas, but I always make sure it's a good person. Okay, I ask them, you know, what's your family situation, what's your living situation, you know, what do you think of this, and I actually do interviews to see what kind of human being they are, because it's not just that they can do the job. I mean, I can find anybody who's good at building websites or editing videos or, you know, narrating stuff. I mean, I can find people to do that. That's not the problem. The problem is finding a good quality person that cares about it. That's the big part. Do they care about the job? Will they care about working at your company? So that's the first part, is you look at your employees. The next part is, who are your friends? Who are you hanging out with? Okay, if you're hanging out with the wrong crowd and you're trying to get ahead and start a business, and all your friends are hanging out at happy hour, or they're out partying and they have terrible family lives, is that who you want to hang out with to grow your business? The truth is, you cannot hang out with people like that and have a profitable thriving business, because those things will drag you down. Those people will drag you down. They're going to constantly tell you why you can't achieve things, why you can't do things. That's not what you need around you. You got to have the right people around you. Now that's not to mention you need the right professionals around you. You need to have a lawyer. You need to talk to a lawyer. You need to have an accountant, somebody who's going to watch over your books for you. You got to have that, and you got to set up your business properly. What kind of business are you going to have? What's it going to be? Is it going to be a sole proprietorship? Is it going to be a partnership? Is it going to be a corporation? Are you going to have an LLC, a limited liability? And if you don't know any of those things, you need to research that, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, because you need to have all this set up to have a well-run business. Oh yeah, and don't forget, you need insurance. Yep, you need insurance. Every business needs insurance, and you need to talk to a professional to see what kind of insurance you need. Maybe you need to talk to a lawyer, but you know, like we have product liability insurance, and we have warehouse insurance, we have all these different kinds of insurances, but we have to have them in case there's an issue. Then you're ready to build that sales page or that website. And where are you going to do that? Now I personally recommend that you don't build a website right off the bat if you don't have an established business already. In other words, if you don't have a line of products and you're already selling them, then you don't need a website yet. If you're trying out new products, I would suggest using something like Kartra. You will find a link below to Kartra. You can watch a video on Kartra, and what all it does, it'll essentially run your online business. Okay, your sales pages, your videos, your courses, your products, whatever you have, it'll do that. And you can test products in Kartra first, and once that product is proven, once it does well, once you've sold enough of it, then you can go ahead and build the website to put the product on there, because you could sell it through Kartra in the beginning to test it out. Now if you can market your business and get some pre-orders in advance, let people know what you're doing, you can do very, very well. Pre-orders are really cool, really important. I see this a lot on launches where people will say, hey, I'm gonna have a course that's gonna come out in 6 weeks. You can buy it now, but it won't be out in 6 weeks. They haven't even written the course yet. They're getting pre-orders, they're getting money in to finance that particular situation. And if you don't think pre-orders are important, I bought Tesla stock and I think $127, something like that, and it ended up splitting 5 times, and now it's back to over $700. I did really well on it. But the main thing that really helped Tesla was pre-orders. Now I want to put a chart up on the screen here so you can kind of see this chart and see what they did. This is Tesla's Model 3 pre-orders in perspective. Okay, in 2012, you can see right here the cumulative SX deliveries was 2,600 cars, not that many. In 2013 it was 25,000. In 2014 it was 57,000, and 2015 it was 107,000. Then in 2016 forecast was 187,000, 197,000. But check this out, as of April, they had 276,000 sales because of pre-orders, just pre-orders, and that generates a lot of money. And I know they're coming out with a truck, and I put a deposit on the truck, and they took hundreds of thousands of orders for that truck, and people put deposits down, so now they've got all this cash that they can use to actually produce the truck and build the truck that we already put a deposit on. Not a bad business model. Number 5, this is probably the most important thing I would ever tell anybody who wants to sell online, is become a marketing expert. That's it, marketing expert. Because online you can't talk to people the way you can in person. They don't come to your place of business and get to see your nice showroom or any of that. All they see is what you've got online. your online presence, if it looks poor and it doesn't look great, then you're not going to do well. You're just not going to do well. You need to have a really good online presence. If you have a good online presence, you know how to market, you have good sales pages. And that's why I tell you, you need Kartra. If you look down in the description there, there's a video you can watch on Kartra, and it will help you so much in your business if you get that software and use it. And matter of fact, you can watch the video, and if you like it, you can actually get a trial for $1. But you need something like that to help you market, because if you're not good at marketing, you're not going to be able to sell online. That's a fact. Now, as you can see in the chart that I'm gonna put up on the screen here, outbound marketing is going out of style. Inbound marketing is on the rise in all these different areas, in search engines and social networks, marketing, social media, mobile media. All this stuff is going up, and all the traditional ways, which was newspaper, consumer magazines, radio, trade magazines, and TV, they've all declined to where they're not even really in competition with online sales anymore. Now check this out. I want to show you some different ways that you can spend your advertising dollars online and the difference it makes. Let's look at the different ways online here and the return on investment per dollar spent. So if you did banner ads, you're gonna get about $2 back for every dollar you spent. Not bad. Keyword ads, you're gonna get $17 back for every dollar spent. Not bad. Mobile is $10.51. Internet displays $19.72. SEO is $22.24. Catalog $7.30. And I will tell you, we don't even have a catalog for a survival food anymore. But email is $40. And that's also why I tell you need to get Kartra, because Kartra is also an email marketing platform, and you could use that to make this money. So maybe I should have listed it first, but bottom line is, being a marketer online is just essential to everything. If you put everything else in place, if you've got a good website and you've got a good product, you have good customer support, good employees, and you're not good at marketing, you won't make it online. You got to be able to market. You got to learn marketing. So super important. Now on this channel, I've done a lot of videos on marketing, on selling online, on sales pages, and I want you to check those out. You can just go to my channel and search any one of these things. You're going to see a plethora of different videos. I have over 700 videos here, and you can learn a lot of information. I hope this video helped you out. I hope it got you in the right direction. I want to help you all I can, so if you want, you can put any comments below, any questions below. If you have successes in different areas, put that down there. That motivates people. I love seeing stuff like that. If you have ideas for new videos, you can put that down there. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up right there. Click that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. There's a big bell that's going to pop up next. It's not a big bell, it's a tiny bell. It's a little, about that big. You'll see it. Hit that subscribe button. You'll see the bell pop up. When it does ring it, turn on all notifications so that you're notified every single time I do a new video, or I go live, and maybe I can talk to you online. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you real soon. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.